Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Tank Bigsby here with the return. This makes it up to the 25. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
When you have a franchise quarterback, and Trevor is that guy in Jacksonville, you typically don't slump to bottom 5 in the draft, but that's where the Jags have found themselves. And that's why there's a new system, a new coach, and really a new lease on life for Trevor in what becomes a very big year in his career.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. All in left side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Lawrence working from the gun. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Well, that right there, partner, that is not a team who looks like it is a steep underdog. That is exactly the type of start they needed. And gotta imagine being in their old building might be playing a part in it.
Yeah, and we know that home field advantage really benefits the defense more than the offense. As an offense, you just want to do your part. You want to light the fire and let those fans really let their voice be heard. Should benefit their defense immensely.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Bills nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. LaVisca Chenault to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. That's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Darnell Savage brings that to an end.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd down, they need 7. Running back sent in motion. Allen on 3rd down. Got his man, Shakir has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st down from the 42. Now Allen off the play action. Rolling into enemy territory. And he takes it down to the 33. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Bills 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To throw again, it's Allen. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. To the air again, Allen. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
3. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Again, Allen to the air. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. About to begin the 2nd here, the Bills definitely thinking points. One of the tight ends motioning left. Allen gonna throw again. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the 1st.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. 4th down, here's Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They send Hunter to the right. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. The Bills, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Starting out trips right here, 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen hits his running back. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bills have a 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life. Timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to the air, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Shoots away from one. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Cook. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get some late points and the lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jaguars 7.
Bass now to kick this away.
To kick off for Buffalo.
Bigsby with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Jaguars headed out on offense late in this first half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. Once with it on first. A quick slant caught by Washington. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
We've set it down from 37. First down throw, Lawrence. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Well, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Throwing here just before halftime. Tried to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chenault on the return. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On 4th down now, on comes Brad Robbins to punt for the Bills. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. Will take over inside the red zone as he goes out on the return.
This is such the back-and-forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Brought in. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
On the sneak, it's Allen. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. It's Allen out of the pistol. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. Heads out on the bootleg. This is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
Jaguars 7.
Bass now to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. He dodged the tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Motioning left is Thomas. Finds him on the crossing route. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, that catch right there ended up paying off one of the longest routes he's going to run. He started on one side of the field, Kate, and he made it all the way across to the other. And at no point was he going to step off the gas. My man, though, he may need a little breathe, a little oxygen after that one.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Offense to the line for second down. Lawrence working from the gun. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now they face second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Lawrence trying again on second. Caught near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
They'll run, Etienne. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Jaguars now within one score in the fourth. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jaguars 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Chenault on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Bills set to take over offensively. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. This is Cook on the handoff. Keeps away from one. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Man in motion here. First down throw for Allen. Hits him on the out route. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
First and 10, here's Allen. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's Knox. He's got it. Decent gain here, but short of the first. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third down now, Jaguars going nickel. He's back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And Allen will hold on to this. One good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. The defense calling time here, 2:08 on the clock.
4 yards.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shakir sent in motion left. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Bills leading by 7.
First and 10 at the 15-yard
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's a designated keeper for Allen. Second and 10. Need something positive here. They're going to pass it here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, they'll find a drop at some point, too.
Back to throw. He's making a bid for it. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This is a designed run for Allen. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.